What this algae could do to your health. Doctors have told us this can affect everything from your skin, your nervous system, your kidneys. And this local couple who lives on a boat full time is living in this, and they're pregnant. So they're worried about their unborn baby tonight. 4 in Your Corner, Sam Sosa has that part of the story.
We moved aboard here about September of last year.
William and Michaela Zariski live at the Rosen Park Marina on their boat. They have an annual lease here, meaning they're plugged into shore power, have AC, everything they need to make this boat home.
And the water's been relatively clear all year long.
But look at their home now, surrounded by fluorescent green algae. They say it's impacting their health.
It's been giving off, emitting a horrible odor. Our breathing has, for the first time living here, has been bad. Tightness of the chest, coughing up phlegm.
They're most worried about the health of a third family member. Michaela is 7.5 months pregnant.
My major concern right now is the health of my unborn child, my wife.
So William called the governor's office, other government agencies. He says they even tried the Red Cross, but hasn't gotten help.
We've really got no assistance whatsoever.
We made some calls too. Lee County says the governor's state of emergency doesn't include funds to temporarily relocate people, even though the county's health department put out several warnings telling people to avoid contact with algae. When I called the Red Cross, it told me it would work with families on a case-by-case basis. So we gave the organization the couple's phone number. Soon after, Michaela told me over text message a representative did call, but said Red Cross would only help if the city or the marina declared the water unlivable.
You know, when we contacted the governor's office, all we wanted was a hotel for a few weeks until this stuff clears out. We just don't want to be here breathing this, and we don't think it's healthy for our child.
And it's not just humans feeling the effects. One of our viewers, Maria Farmer, sharing this video of ducks floating face down in this canal near her home. She shared these images with us and the South Florida Water Movement page on Facebook. That's a grassroots group that says it wants immediate action, not talk of reservoir storage south of the lake that would be years away. The animal hospital on Sanibel Crow also telling us it's seen a spike in animals in need of treatment after getting sick from this algae. We've also been hearing from Republican Congressman Francis Rooney all week on this. He promises that federal help is on the way, but again, that could take years. Well, tonight, some of the Democrats running to represent you in Congress are weighing in on this water crisis. David Holden tells us, quote, "We can't solve the algae problem without acknowledging the role of climate change in altering our environment. The algae bloom is fed both by the nutrient load and the temperature," and he adds, quote, "I, if elected, will work hard to protect the environment, preserve jobs, and make Southwest Florida a better place to live." And the other Democrat in the race, Todd Truax, says, quote, "We can address this by doing something about the open pits of manure from cattle and dairy farms that are north of Lake Okeechobee and drain into there. We should be encouraging that manure to be used as fertilizer for crops instead of phosphate and nitrate fertilizers, which make the pollution worse. This can happen much sooner than that much needed water storage area south of the lake." Some good news for you tonight. The 2 British cave divers who helped rescue those 12 trapped boys and their soccer coach from a cave in northern Thailand got this warm greeting, applause, and thanks from officials at Bangkok's airport. They were given medals, certificates of appreciation, and gifts from the Thai tourism minister. They've also been offered free flights to and from Thailand for the rest of their lives. Local detectives say they've busted a drug dealer, a suspected drug dealer in Cape Coral. 53-year-old Thomas Vanna is accused of selling heroin, cocaine, and other drugs. After a lengthy investigation, police say they searched the home on Tuesday morning and found enough evidence to make that arrest. Tonight, a 20-year-old man is in jail accused of robbing a Fort Myers Circle K store at gunpoint. Police say they arrested Derek Edwards yesterday morning after someone flagged down officers outside of that store on Cleveland Avenue. Police say they found a gun with an altered serial number in Mr. Edwards' pocket. He's facing several charges, including robbery with a firearm, resisting arrest, and carrying an unlicensed firearm. The League of Women Voters of Lee County hosting several candidate forums to give you a voice in this year's elections around the corner to help you prepare. Today, the School Board District 6 Forum is happening. Jane Kuckel currently holds that seat. Her term expires in November. The forum is being held right now at Alliance for the Arts campus on McGregor Boulevard in Fort Myers. And you can mark your calendar for the other forums: July 19th for the state attorney's race, July 26th at the state rep District 78 race, and August 2nd, that is the U.S. congressional seat 19. And you just heard from the 3 candidates in that race on the algae bloom. Congressman Rooney is partnering with Dunbar High School, the principal there, to participate in a House Education and Workforce Committee showcase. The showcase is an opportunity for Dunbar High School to showcase its state-of-the-art technology. It's also got an engineering and biomedical academy, very successful. Dunbar High School, one of 40 programs from across the U.S., invited to share their testimony with members of Congress. Paul Manafort has been moved from a jail where some say he was treated like a VIP. The former Trump campaign chair was booked into a Virginia detention center now. Manafort's previous unit at the Northern Neck Regional Jail was rather lavish. He had his own bathroom, a shower, his own phone in jail, his own workspace, and he didn't have to wear a prison jumpsuit. Manafort is waiting for his trial on obstruction of justice, fraud, and other charges. His lawyers were pleading with a judge to move him closer to his legal team, but then they changed their mind about that. A judge went ahead with the ruling anyway and ordered Manafort to that Alexandria facility right away. President Trump arriving in the UK this morning, leaving a rocky NATO summit in Brussels where he blasted allies and then claimed victory. CNN reporter Karen Kaifa has reaction from Washington and around the world tonight, and a look at what's next in the president's international agenda.
After a contentious, testy turn at the NATO summit, President Trump left Brussels with a more positive tone.
Tremendous progress has been made. Everyone's agreed to substantially up their commitment. They're going to up it at levels that they've never thought of before.
Despite Trump declaring a victory of sorts, French President Emmanuel Macron said the allies hadn't agreed to any level other than reaffirming a 2014 commitment to spend 2% of GDP on defense spending by 2024. And NATO's Secretary General wouldn't confirm any agreement to the specific 4% target floated by Trump.
We have a commitment to spend 2%. The important thing now is that we need to invest more, to get more money.
During the summit, Trump tweeted, "What good is NATO?" and called Germany a captive of Russia, raising eyebrows and prompting concern among European diplomats. But he signaled a softer approach after a one-on-one meeting with German Chancellor Angela Merkel and before departing for London.
But I believe in NATO. I think NATO is very important, probably the greatest ever done.
On Friday, the president's visit is expected to prompt mass protests in the UK, with the largest expected in London. Trump and UK Prime Minister Theresa May will hold Friday meetings outside of the capital at the Prime Minister's country retreat. After a weekend stop in Scotland, where the president owns 2 golf properties, Monday brings the highly anticipated summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Helsinki. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
They were building lines at Build-A-Bear workshops today. Check out the scene.